The FIA could strip Max Verstappen of his 2021 F1 Drivers' Championship if they believe that Red Bull Racing's breach of the budget cap deserves such a punishment. The FIA's investigation of the F1 team's spending for the 2021 season concluded that Red Bull Racing were in fact in minor breach of the allowed budget cap, placing doubt into whether Max Verstappen will retain his first world title, which he secured last year. Due to the breach, it is possible for Red Bull to be deducted points from the 2021 Constructors' Championship, but perhaps more importantly, Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez could be deducted points from their 2021 totals, which could see Verstappen stripped of his title were the FIA to choose this decision. The FIA published their findings on Monday the 10th of October, confirming that Red Bull Racing were in procedural and minor overspending breach. The limit on spending for the 2021 campaign was $145 million or £114 million, and given Red Bull were in minor breach, they exceeded that amount by less than 5%. However, the FIA are yet to announce any punishments for Red Bull. The arguments for Red Bull to be deducted points. First of all, the budget cap is in place for a reason, to even the playing field and give every team an equal chance of winning. Red Bull didn't abide by this and should therefore be punished, as nobody else was in breach and overspent money. If the FIA let Red Bull essentially get away with this breach, then they have no control over their sport, and therefore it encourages any team to break the rules, knowing punishment won't be severe. If they let this slide with a loose punishment, then teams may decide it's worth the risk of spending more than the cap allows, and it could soon descend into chaos, and a case of where does it end could soon arise. Back in 2019, Ross Brawn even said that overspending could lose you a championship, and the punishment of this breach will set the precedent for the future. Lewis Hamilton spoke about the issue at Suzuka before the overspending was announced, saying it's imperative that any breach is punished. He said, "I think we need to continue to have transparency for the fans, for the integrity of the sport. I would like to think that if it's been delayed, it's because it's being taken very seriously, and I trust that Mohammed bin Salman is taking it very seriously and will do what is right for the sport. I hope. I think it would be bad for the sport if action wasn't taken if there was a breach." Furthermore, Ferrari's Matteo Binotto said it's important to understand that a violation of 4 million, which is considered a minor violation, is not minor. The argument against Red Bull being heavily punished. Reports have suggested that the overspend was on staff members and catering, and while this is somewhat hard to believe, if it's true then it made no impact on Verstappen's win. Furthermore, given the controversy of the final race and the scrutiny the FIA are under, to strip Verstappen of his title would likely cause outrage in the public sphere. In addition to this, there are still some grey areas within the rules, and Red Bull's accounting team were convinced they didn't overspend and are appealing the decision, so the FIA may actually have made a mistake. But given the controversy surrounding Verstappen's victory last year, it's perhaps unlikely the FIA choose to deduct points, given they are able to issue a punishment as low as a public warning or a fine. What do you believe would be a fair punishment for Red Bull, and should Verstappen be stripped of his 2021 world title because of his team's overspend? Let me know in the comments section down below. That's all for today, catch you in our next video.